Hello guys, you're welcome back to the channel. Now in this lesson, as we promised, we're going to give a series of lessons and episode and how we can pass for our driving test. And this is the very first episode. We'll be giving different episodes and series of lessons. So the only thing you need to do is to stick to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel and also hit the notification bell so that when lessons like this comes, you're not going to miss them. And for the make and say yeah, the series of lessons be said be bit me boy enu mo so atimi pass for driving test no and then the very first lesson ya dey ba the ebe kan nyina ne say mo subscribe to channel na afi mo mbo adoma no said be ya lessons be aba mo nsa ebe kan na mo shema mo ndamfofo and so La Strada. So today we are going to start from the La Strada, and it is the very first thing that is in the book. So if we say strada, una strada, so look at the cursor right here. Una strada è un'area ad uso pubblico destinata alla circolazione dei pedoni, dei veicoli e degli animali. So where a strada or a road is where pedestrians, vehicles and animals circulate. So adofo yekase kwan a yenyina yenim kwan se ba bia emwa enipa ene ehyen efa ena yebe friends ebia ekwan so. Okay, so this is strada. Now there is something here which is circolazione. Circolazione è il movimento, la fermata e la sosta dei pedoni, dei veicoli e degli animali sulla strada. So it is just the movement and maybe the stops of animals and vehicles and pedestrians or people on the road. So you can say circulation ya namontu say bia ye move ye jina sa nema we nyina na your friend say a circulation. Okay, it is not that important though. So in this context, strada, as we have said, is just where animals, people or pedestrians circulate, and that is it all for strada. Okay, so La strada può essere, when we say la strada può essere, it means that the strada can be, or la strada, the road comprises of, okay, it comprises of, or yes, let's say it can be subdivided in carriageway, suddivisa in carreggiata, quando è presente lo spazio traffico. So it can be divided in carriageway when there is, somebody will say a flower bed, or let's say traffic island. Okay, so this is how it is called in English though. So we call it traffic island, or a flower bed that sometimes divides roads. Okay, so as I'm saying this, maybe you can have the clue. So when there is this party traffic, or there is this road that one goes here, one comes here, and there is something that is a little bit raised, or sometimes it can be anything that divides the road. Okay, so a road can be subdivided or can be divided in carriageway. A road can be a senso unico. Okay, la strada può essere a senso unico di circolazione. So it can be a one-way circulation, and it can also be a double way, a doppio senso di circolazione. So therefore you can say kwan ebetumi aye one way, ebetumi so aye double way, and you need to understand that we're going to have the quiz in Italy, so that's why I always read the Italy for you to understand and translate it for you to understand. Okay, la strada comprende, now that is it, the road comprises of, okay, it comprises of le banchine. Now banchine is a veg. Okay, in the English name of banchine is veg. Now banchine, or the veg, is the part of the road found outside the carriageway. Okay, so if I want to translate more of this, let's say at the sides. Okay, when we say so carriage, the veg or the banchina is a part of the road found outside the carriageway, and which is at the sides of the road. Vehicles cannot transit here. Okay, vehicles cannot transit at this place we are saying. So just take a picture of a road, and even if it is a double way, where we know that whenever your vehicle passes this area, you say that okay, my vehicle is outside the road. Okay, it is outside the road, and those outside of it, where they sometimes after the white margins, okay, after the white margins, we call those areas bankine. Okay, and you see vehicles cannot transit here, so that is what we call bankine. Now and it is part of the road. Okay, it is part of the road, not like it is outside of the road. So it is part of the road. Le banchine are part of the road, but not part of the carriageway. Ok, quindi we'll say le banchine fa parte della strada ma no yes, fa parte della strada ma no la carreggiata. Ok, i marciapiedi. So the what do we call the pedestrian crossings, or pedestrian crossings or pedestrian lanes are also part of the road. They are part of the road. Le piste ciclabili, the cycling lanes or bicycle lanes are also part of the road. Le corsie, so yes, le carreggiata, which is the carriageway, is also part of the road. And the carriageway, like I said, is that white margins. Inside the white margins where our vehicles transit, we're going to see it right here now, is what we call the carreggiata. Le corsie are the lanes or the pathways where vehicles passes. Corsie can be, we have different type of corsie. Okay, so corsie are just in short lanes or paths. Okay, le corsie de emergency, you understand. So this is emergency path or emergency lanes, and they are outside of the carreggiata. Okay, so outside of the carreggiata, but vehicles passes this area when the vehicle is having problem cuando a vehicle guasto. Okay, so when the vehicle is at fault or is having problem is when we're going to use this corsia de emergenza. Okay, le piazzole di sosta, so the areas that are reserved for sosta on the road, or so that we can stop on the road, are called the piazzole di sosta. Now, let's take carreggiata. La carreggiata è una parte della strada destinata alla circolazione dei veicoli animali o trazione animale. Now, the carriageway is where the part of the road which is designated for vehicles to transit or to pass. Okay, so like I said, from the white margin, okay, this is a white margin. Just take a picture of a road. This is a white margin, this is a white margin, and after this white margin, you know, in between the white margins is what we call the carreggiata. So it is the place where is designated for vehicles to transit or circulate. Okay, so la carreggiata può essere. Now, the carriageway can also be, or they can be, a senso unico di circolazione. So remember, strada can be senso unico di circolazione. Carreggiata can be a senso unico di circolazione. It's just the same thing. La strada, as we knew already, can be a doppio senso. Carreggiata also can be a doppio senso di circolazione. And now listen. Carreggiata can be divided in lanes. Okay, it can be divided in lanes. So we can have like one carreggiata, like let's say a road that is going to a particular place. So if I am meeting another car in a parallel direction, okay, so, or in an opposite direction, sorry. So if we are moving in opposite direction, one car is coming from the left, one is coming from the right. The one that is going this way is having two lanes. Okay, and if it is having two lanes, it means that it has been divided in corsia. So we can have two lanes for one direction, so one way going here, but it's having 2 lanes, okay, or 2 paths. So that is the meaning. Divisa, subdivisa in Corsair. So carreggiata can be subdivided or divided in lanes or paths. Fanno parte della carreggiata le corsie di marcia. Now, the carreggiata comprises of the corsia di marcia. Now, corsia di marcia is traffic lanes are part or traffic lanes are part of the carreggiata. So, as a major tree, actually, carreggiata na kano, because I think minim say number like English yana so adapted. There is no specific way I will say way. I think we are getting there. So fanno parte della carreggiata le corsie di marcia. So traffic lanes say kwan akai no enam so no eka ye carreggiata ehun. Le corsie, okay, so le corsie di soppasso. So we have lanes for overtaking, okay, for overtaking. They are also part of the carreggiata. And the equine ye faso edible obi ebi honsan. So and also the eka carreggiata no ehun. Le corsie reservate. So le corsie reservate, it is also, we have some lanes that are reserved, or some paths that are reserved for specific types of vehicles, like maybe this is a Pullman lane, or this is a bus lane, this is you understand. So that is corsie reservate. So we say that fanno parte, all these lanes are part or comprises of the carreggiata. Okay, they are part of the carreggiata. We all these lanes come together to form the carreggiata. Le corsie specializzate. So corsie specializzate are also specialized lanes, which can be the corsie di soppasso, like this thing that we said, the corsie di soppasso. Kwanya yefnam so de bonsan ho ene ebia equine corsia di accelerazione, corsia di decelerazione, we munina, they are all specialized corsie. Okay, so ili attraversamenti ci creabili cycling where cycling crossings are also part of the carreggiata or the carriageway. So baby a bicycle if I cross kwan mu nyina no ye ka say ni nyina eka carreggiata no ehun ili attraversamento pedonale. So pedestrian crossings are also part of the carreggiata. So baby a enipa so if I cross kwan no ni nyina eka carreggiata no. Le corsie di accelerazione. So corsie di accelerazione acceleration lanes. Let's say they helps us to get into the motorway. So if you want to, you are infusing into motorway, there is this lane that takes you to the motorway, and it helps you to accelerate or to increase your speed so that you can get into the motorway. So you can say corsia di accelerazione kwan eboa edi ewura motorway, so ana eboa edi ewura kwan foforo so, and sa kwan way so your friend say corsia di accelerazione. Le corsia di accelerazione is an opposite of the accelerazione. Okay, so this the accelerazione takes us away from a road, or it takes us away, and even sorry for the accelerazione, sometimes even if you go to a filling station after you have bought your fuel and everything, if you want to get into a road, there is a corsia di accelerazione which helps you to get into the road. And the opposite of it is this: if you want to get off from a road to maybe a filling station, a service center, a mechanic shop, whatever, there is a corsia di accelerazione which helps you to lower your velocity in order to get into those areas. and the meka nyina no sɛ kɔsia de degenerazione no ɛno nso yɛ kwan a ɛboa yɛ ɛma yɛte yɛ velocity so ana yɛ speed so abra a bia yɛpɛ sɛ yɛfiri ɛkwan kɛse a yɛnam so esi ɛkwan ketewa so ana yɛwura kurom ana yɛwura baabi ɛkɔtɔ fuel ana bibi asa, and saa kwan we enketewa saa yi so yɛfrɛ ne sɛ kɔsia de degenerazione. So I'll be posting pictures of everything here. So la carreggiata non comprende. Now we have seen that things that are part of the carreggiata or the carriageway, and here these things are not what we are talking about right now, are not part of the carreggiata. Now le marciapiedi or i marciapiedi, pavements where people pedestrians walks, okay, it is called pavement. They are not part of the carreggiata or the carriageway. We have known that carriageway is this angle where vehicles passes, okay. Outside of it can be a pavement where people will walk, and it is not part of the carreggiata because vehicles cannot pass here, okay. So sometimes when there are apposite segnali, when there are indications, parking spaces or signs, vehicles can park on this particular place. But if there isn't, vehicles cannot park here. You cannot do parkage over there. So they make and say much appear like pavements are enipa enante sono enka a carriageway way home, and I say the ebe friend say a coin enka home be le pisti cicreabili. So pisti cicreabili is let's say bicycle paths, okay, where bicycle moves or transits are not part of the carriageway. Le così the emergency paths or the emergency lanes are not part of the carriageway, okay. It is outside of the carriageway. We have already known it. Le piazzale di sosta, so where it is indicated for us to have our sosta or to park, these are not part of the carriageway, okay. So le banchine, the verge, as we said, is not part of the carriageway. It is outside of the carriageway and it is not part of the carriageway. So guys, in this case, I think today we are going to end here, and our next lesson is going to start from Corsia. Okay, we have already even said everything here, but I don't want the video to get longer, so we are going to take this into episode 2, okay, treating Corsia and also diving into different aspects of things that we will be needed. All right, so like I said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we are giving a lot of lessons are coming your way, so you don't want to miss them. And for that matter, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Don't forget to share to people that will be needed.